As with all Marvel movies, of course, Captain Marvel had an end credit or post-credit scene. And of course with that, if you have not seen Captain Marvel now, I highly recommend doing so before watching this video, as it will spoil the post-credit scene. If you guys are still here, let's go ahead and discuss it. We've done our own breakdown on the post-credit scene, as well as discussed every connection that Captain Marvel has with Avengers Endgame. Today though, we have something a little bit more special, as we have an explanation for the post-credit scene from Captain Marvel from Kevin Feige himself. Feige doesn't really go in depth and talk about exactly what happens in the post-credit scene, but more the background information behind it, including why it was a good idea to introduce Captain Marvel into the Avengers in her post-credit scene instead of waiting for Endgame, as well as other information such as when this post-credit scene was shot. Just to briefly summarize the post-credit scene, it has to do with the Avengers who survived the snap post-snap. Specifically, the Avengers are trying to figure out exactly what the pager that Nick Fury was using just before he was snapped is actually used for, and the purpose and meaning behind it. Black Widow even states that she doesn't know what the pager actually means, just that it was important to Nick Fury. Very important in fact, as it was the last thing that he did before he was snapped away. Just then, Captain Marvel actually appears before the Avengers, asking exactly where Nick Fury is. This is significant as it takes place nearly 3 decades after the end of Captain Marvel, as we know that Carol Danvers ventured off into space to end the Kree-Skrull War, and now has returned. Returned because Nick Fury has called her via the pager. Kevin Feige though gave us more background on this first interaction between Carol Danvers and the Avengers. He said he loved the idea of this post-credit scene as it answers the call in a very surprising way. We're all expecting to see Captain Marvel show up in Avengers Endgame, but now we get to actually encounter her in Captain Marvel itself with the rest of the Avengers. Kevin Feige goes on to explain that he thought that this would make for a great and surprising moment, as having the Avengers meet Captain Marvel is something we're all expecting to see in a later movie, so giving it to us now is a great idea according to Feige. Quote, "One of the great things about introducing a new character is the anticipation of getting to see their interactions with existing characters." In addition to this, Kevin Feige revealed that Joe and Anthony Russo actually directed this scene, and directed it while they were in the process of shooting Avengers Endgame, hinting that this scene could very well be the opening of Endgame, and be an actual scene lifted directly from Avengers 4. Kevin Feige has said in the past that Captain Marvel will be huge in defeating Thanos in Avengers Endgame. He's also said before that Captain Marvel is the most powerful MCU character that we've seen to date. This was the exact quote on that. "All of the Marvel characters have flaws to them. All of them have a deep humanity to them. With Captain Marvel, she is as powerful as a character as we've ever put into a movie. Her powers are off the charts, and when she's introduced, she will be a far stronger character than we've ever had before." So with that said, of course, Captain Marvel will be playing a huge role in Avengers Endgame and stopping Thanos. But in the end guys, what are your thoughts on Kevin Feige's explanation for the end credit scene of Captain Marvel, and how it ties into the Avengers and the thought process behind putting them in the end credit scene of her own movie? Again, the giveaway for the Thanos Hot Toys figure was just kicked off yesterday, so if you haven't entered, you guys should already know the rules. But again, what are your thoughts on the Captain Marvel end credit scene overall, and more than this, Feige's explanation for it? Thank you everybody who took the time out of their day to watch this video, subscribe to join our team, and have a great day.